Hi everyone, how are you guys? It's great to have you. I hope that you can see me, hear me. Jackie Tsuma here. Hi you guys. I hope that you can see me and hear me. Jackie Tsuma here. Bringing to you the webinar for today in the live class. So glad that you could check in. Please, as you arrive, just type in the chat box. Let me know that you're here. Actually, I wanted to stream to the group page, by the way, to the Build Your Dream Business Effortlessly group page, but discovered that I can only stream to my page. So that's why I'm streaming like this to the group page, so that you guys who are there on the group can come and check me out on the Facebook page. So what I'm going to do is, I think I just need to write a quick comment there for you guys. How do I do that? Let me find out how I'm going to do that quickly, so that you guys can see me. You can come to the Facebook page, right? Might not be so easy, but for those who join in, please say hey in the comments. And yeah, we're going to have a really great session today. My name is Jackie Tsuma, founder of Get Online, Get Known, and today we're talking about 3 steps to getting 10 to 15 new clients into your business monthly on demand. And it's going to be a great training. I think we're going to be talking a lot about just practical stuff. So do pull out your notepad, pull out your Evernote, which is where I take notes myself, by the way. I'm an Evernote fan completely. And these are practical. Hey, nice to have you, Anne. Thanks so much for joining in. This is so cool. And you must be watching on the page, because a number of people, I told them, come and check me out on the group chat, but I'm not going to be able to stream on the group chat I'm not going to be able to stream with my PowerPoint slides. So that's why I've got this set up like this, so that you guys can be able to watch me present also with the slides. So good to have you, Anne. I hope you guys are having a great day there. And, the Houston hurricane is, kind of getting a lot of support, which, we're standing together with Houston. I mean, it's a difficult time. And of course, we must also remember Senegal, by the way. We'll talk about this today, how we really need to remember the thousands, actually right now it's about 1,000 people who've lost their lives. And if you can, just public service announcement, just think about them, pray about them, and let's find a way to give back, to give to Senegal. I wish that there was a way that we could actually contribute to what's going on, to, getting people, putting people's lives being put back together from all the, all the family members that they've lost and that kind of thing. Tell me if you can hear me fine. I need to just quickly check my audio. I know my audio should be coming through okay. It's always good to counter check, these things. Awesome. Yeah, seriously, I think there's so much happening, and yeah, you're welcome. We're so glad to just think about you guys and release that what's going on down there. It's such a challenge, eh? This is the world we live in. Must be the last days. Okay, so good. That means you can hear me, so that's perfect. So I'm actually going to share my screen, and then we get started on the slides, hoping that you guys will be able to see what I'm presenting. And for those who need to see the slides, again, if you're on the group, come by. I'm going to quickly type on the group, so that those who will just be joining in, they can be able to see the slides from the Facebook page. This is something that, yeah, I'm typing on my phone, as my phone is also streaming. You should have seen me. I actually wanted to stream also on Twitter. Come and watch on the page. I'm telling you guys, come and watch on the Facebook page, guys. Facebook page, so that you can be part of all the conversations going, and you can also be part of the, the comments. And so I wonder how to share the Facebook page. Actually, the Facebook page is linked at the top. Yeah, you can actually click on my Facebook page. It's linked at the top of the group, in case you're watching on the group. Because I thought I'd be able to stream to the group, but I've not been able to do that. So today we're streaming directly here on the page. Jacqueline Suma is my Facebook page. This is when I actually need to know my URL. I need to know my URL, my Facebook page URL physically. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for joining in. And again, let me know where you're checking in from. Let me know what you're looking forward to learning. It's always so cool to have such an international audience. Good, done. Good, so let's get started. I think I'm going to share my page. I'm going to share my screen rather, so that you guys can see There we go. So that you can see this. And I hope you can also actually see my face still. So let me know if you can. Good. So 3 steps to generating 10 to 15 new clients monthly on demand. And this is going to be so action-packed. We're just going to do this real quick. Hopefully in an hour we're done. And I've got some great action steps for you to follow. So it's actually as simple as ABC when you know how. Yeah. You're probably here and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you the ABC, the step-by-step. So be sure to take lots of notes. And just in case you're wondering if this is for you, and if you're in the right place, by the way, it's for you if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you're a speaker, if you're a trainer, or any kind of entrepreneur that provides a service. I'm just going to put this up here because I need you guys I need to be able to have some, a view of my computer. It's crazy. Let's hope it's working. Yeah, good. I think you guys can see me. So it's for you if you're a coach, a consultant, a speaker, trainer, or any kind of entrepreneur that provides a service, okay? Oh, did I actually send that message? I didn't send that message. Okay, good. Maybe you're just stuck in a job that's you feel like is draining the life out of you, and you really, really want to just get your business out there already. I mean, you've been waiting way too long. Okay, good. This is me trying to do some shenanigans, you guys. Don't even worry. What we do for video. Good. All set. So you're in a job that's draining the life force out of you, and you really want to get your business out there. Okay. This is going to help you sell a lot more of your services at higher prices. Okay, you guys. And actually, even if people have never heard of you before, this is totally going to do that. If you're looking to attract clients consistently, especially, this is for you. You need to be like taking notes right now. I want you to tell me in 2 weeks' time, I got the clients. So maybe you also need to get over your fear and all the blocks and resistance that you have on marketing and on selling your services, So maybe it's also for you if you're looking to have more freedom in your life. I mean, who doesn't want freedom? Say yay. Just put a love heart in the comments if you want freedom in your life and you really want to walk your talk and you want to live your purpose. And you're actually really going to love this training. So on this session, what we're going to be talking about is how to overcome fear. And who's with me on fear being the number one thing that actually stops us in our tracks when it comes to doing what we love. Fear is the number one thing. I'm going to talk to you about how to overcome fear and not let it stop you, and to have it stop getting in your way and to stop spinning you around in procrastination and self-doubt for another couple of years. And before you know it, 10 years is up and you're still right where you've been through and through. And we're going to have an in-depth look at a proven sales attraction system that you can use, by the way, to make 4, 5, even 6 figures of sales right away in your business without any fancy degrees, by the way, without any certifications, or even having a big list or a website. And I mean this, a lot of people feel that they need to have a lot of degrees, a lot of certifications in order for people to actually listen to them. And I'm here to tell you that is not true. How can you use irresistible offers to generate a 6-figure income doing what you love? That's the question, right? And I'm actually also going to share how I have made such amazing progress right out of the gate, by the way, the minute that I started to implement this simple, very simple 3-step process, okay? And I'm about to show you the exact system to use to attract clients on demand. That's literally what you can call it. And a steady flow of clients as well. So stick around, stick to the end. And if you watch to the end, I'm also going to send you the exact sales script that I use to talk to clients and to get them to buy my product, literally, once we have a call. So I'm going to send that to you. So make sure you stick to the end, and it's going to come through on an email, okay? So hi, my name is Jackie Tsuma. You probably had that already. And if you stay on this live presentation all the way to the end, you're also going to discover a little known but fatal mistake that coaches, 90% of coaches, consultants, business owners make when really setting out on their business, and exactly how you can avoid it, okay? I also reveal the fastest way possible for you to attract 10 to 15 ideal clients in your business in the next 30 days, okay? And I'll show you how you can earn 2,000 or 3,000 from each of these new clients, even if that's way beyond anything that you're charging right now. And when all is said and done, if you use these exact techniques correctly, you can actually create $10,000 to $50,000 windfall right in your business in the next 2 months. This is exactly what you can create in your business. Oh, excuse me. And I've been implementing these myself, and I can tell you I've seen a 20 times increase in sales and revenue in the months since I started using this system. And it's no joke. You know how oftentimes we start something and we think, oh, yay, this is a perfect idea and it's going to work. But 1 month later, 2 months later, 3 months later, we're seeing crickets. And we're wondering, what's going on with my idea, you know? And we realize, and we actually start to second guess and we start to doubt and wonder, is this really an idea that's, is it gonna see any mileage? Is it gonna pick up at all? So this is what I'm telling you is really the one that made that difference for me in my business. And I'm going to tell you my story actually. Using the same client attraction secrets that I'm about to share with you right now, you can actually do the exact same thing. There's no special, dispensation, let me say, to those who are the gurus or who, no. It's literally a thing. It's like a tap, like I mentioned earlier, a tap that you can turn on when you need it. Okay. And despite, by the way, all the success that I've had, I'm just like you. I mean, I know what it's like to struggle for clients. I know you're probably charging less than what you're worth, by the way, but you're afraid that if you charge more, nobody is going to pay for it. You're literally like, I also know what it's like to stay awake, staring at the ceiling, with no idea where the next client is going to come from. Okay, I'm no different than you. I'm just a girl who happened to stumble upon the best client attraction system in the world. And I kid you not, it really is. It's a system that allows people like us to experience the freedom of attracting the perfect client at the perfect price. Yeah, and anytime we want. I'm sharing with you all the specifics of that system in just a moment. But first, I want to tell you what the real problem we're facing is. Yeah. And it's actually the hidden roadblock behind why it's so hard to attract great clients in the first place. And you're probably going to be able to relate to this. And why struggling for clients, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's a system that's been broken. The real problem is the fact that you've actually been lied to for years. You've been lied to. You've been told lies. You've been wasting your time with a whole number of boring, tedious, outdated client attraction strategies that are just draining your time and your bank account, and they just plain don't work. This is true, guys. I mean, many professionals like you've been told that to attract new clients, especially online, it's all about grinding out endless amounts of content. And, you've had it before that you need to have a blog, that you need to be active on Twitter, that you need to have a podcast, all these things you've had them. You need to shoot dozens of videos and then spam them all over the internet. That you need to be a social media maniac, but it isn't even close to the truth, not at all, because countless other professionals like you have fallen victim to this fairy tale. You have to put it aside right now because we're going to totally change up. And if you don't, you're going to waste a lot of time just spewing out useless content and then hoping that your audience finds it, then hoping that somehow, in some way, eventually they might buy something from you. And this has been dubbed cross your fingers marketing by Russ Ruffino, from whom I've actually learned this system. And he's an online business millionaire. He's literally making $250,000 monthly in his business using this exact system, right? So this type of marketing that, you've been told about, it just doesn't work. So what actually works? This is it. Who am I first? You need to know who I am. I'm a digital strategist and a business coach. And I love all things business. I've been a UN consultant for 10 plus years, basically consulting in knowledge management and digital strategy. And I'm also a private property investor. Most importantly, actually, hold on that. I've also lived abroad for 10 years and I've worked virtually for most of that time. So I've worked independent of an office job, of an office space. I've worked, basically been an itinerant worker, which has been amazing. And that's why I want to help people unlock that style of working, because in this day and age, freedom, you can have freedom of location, you can have freedom of time and freedom of place in your work. Yeah. And most importantly, actually, I want to let you know that I started my online business 15 months ago. By the way, it's actually now maybe about 18 months ago. And I was charging people $29 a month for coaching. Just let that sink in. No, and if you're thinking that I'm telling you let it sink in because it's a lot, it's because it's a little, literally. Until one day I realized the most important thing that an entrepreneur needs to do to be successful. Okay? And I'm going to share with you that in this webinar. This is my story. Yeah. I went from being scared to ask people to pay $29. And this is the exact screenshot. There's this program that I started on want to lose 10 kgs, then join in by clicking here. And that was the program. I was feeling, yay! I was feeling really amazing. Hey, thanks so much. So good to have you on. Please come on over to the session and to the live session so that I want to make sure that I can see everyone who's come on over to the live session, and we're going to keep to the Facebook page, so that you can see my slides, right? But if you like to continue watching, I'm telling those in the group, by the way, come on over to the Facebook page, the link I've put there, so you can see the slides. Okay, good, but great to have you guys. So I went from being scared to charge people $29. So yeah, that's my want to lose 10 kgs in 30 days. Can you imagine? One time starter, 3 module course, the 10 kgs community. 2, happily charging them $500, $900, and even $3,000 a month for a service. These are actual quotes that I send out these days. Like my mastermind goal plan, that's the cost for it. The full service technical consultancy, that's the cost. And these are actual costs and fees that I charge these days, right? And now I regularly get emails like this. People calling, and this was LinkedIn screenshot, someone saying, oh, I've never met before, and who was just following my feed and saying, hey, depending on your rates, my startup could utilize your services, right? And also in my inbox that, hey, I'm starting a new firm. My question, how do I get clients to know me and what I do? What strategy can I use to promote my business? And lastly, do you have any idea on how to grow my business? And I'm like, yes, I have lots of ideas. But I get emails like these every single day. And I want to show you guys how you can get the same. So what did I start to do differently, right? I started to visualize, okay? Number 1, just to really visualize the success and let the power of belief and the power of faith take over the fear. I was talking about this some time back, how the opposite of faith is, the opposite of fear is not courage per se. Yeah, of course it can also be courage, but the opposite of fear is faith, because fear is you're convinced about what you do not know in the negative sense, but faith is being convinced of what you do not see in a positive sense. So faith will cancel out fear anytime. And a favorite visualization you can access here on the getonlinegetknown.com/visualization. That leads you to one that I like to use. And it really helps to just help you focus on what you're really, really wanting to do. And as a believer as well, I tie this back to God, because I'm unlocking the faith that I have in achieving the goals and the purpose that He's put me on earth to fulfill. So I know that based on your faith, there might be different avenues that you will take, for example. But all I say is take the best things of the knowledge that has been given to us by God and use them in helping you on your journey, right? As long as you're giving the glory back to Him, or to your ultimate source, according to your faith. So number 2, I targeted the right people in the right market, okay? I'm going to talk about these. I'm just really running through them real quick, okay? And number 3, I created the right service for my market. That's the monetization. Then number 4, I spoke to my market in a way that connected with them, okay? And these are the 3 steps. So I just the 3 steps we talked about, 3 steps to getting 10 to 15 new clients in your business monthly on autopilot, right? Number 1 is envision it. And number 2 is share it. Number 3 is action it. Okay, so let's walk through these steps. Now, what I've done is just put the steps in 4 parts, so that you can be able to really see how they pan out. So the first part of the 3 steps is your mindset, right? Where you're envisioning your success and you're choosing to focus on the positive instead of focusing on the negative. And then the second part of this is share it, right? Which talks about your message. So your message comes from the inside. It comes from your story. And your story is very much a part of you. So we'll be talking more about that. And then the second part, the part 2 of share it, is your marketing. So it's how the internal message is communicated to those outside, right? So this is still part of part 3, which is share it. So it talks about your marketing. Then part 4, which is a very important part, is your monetization. Action it. Like, all these things should really lead into the bottom line for you, into the money that you can make in your business, the money that you can make by providing the service that you provide. Okay, so let's talk through these steps one by one, so you can really picture them and see so clearly how they pan out in your own life. So envision it, your mindset. Now, I can pinpoint to the exact day almost when I started to use visualization and the law of attraction. Now, as I say this again, I will caution you that really use it as you feel comfortable, because there would be maybe some people of faith that may feel, this one is taking me away. But I always will say, hey, all knowledge is given by God. So use the knowledge that you feel brings you closer to Him, closer to achieving your God-given purpose, right? So for me, actually, from that day that I started to see the success, and it's really just unlocking the faith in my heart that, wow, I do have what it takes. I started to charge $500 a month and upwards for my service, after my very first offering of $29 a month. Okay. And it's like night and day. It's like from one day, $29 to the next day, 500 in my mind, just by that realization that I'm able to bring so much value to people. And that's the day that my success started to come, just unbidden, without the stress, it's just practically effortlessly. And that's why I talk about building your dream business effortlessly, right? So just to show you again the 3 steps, and that's why I envision it as the first step is the widest step, and it's also the first step that it almost lays a foundation. Right now it's upside down, but I put it upside down because I want to really lead you to where you want to get to. Like it's almost like, okay, you can be going upstairs, but this is the foundation where we are right now. We're talking about envision it, right? Then the next step is to share it, right? And welcome you guys as you jump in. Just leave a comment, send me a message in the message box, and I'll try and get back to you. So share it and action it. Let's move to the next step. The next step is to share. Also still talking about the previous step, is the journey of 1,000 miles starts with knowing where you are going. Okay. And when you focus on your destination when you focus on your destination, then you're much better off. You're actually able to keep focused on where you're going. And you're not focusing on how many more steps you have to go. I like to use the analogy of kids. You guys all know this famous movie of Are We There Yet? Where the kids kept asking, are we there yet? Are we? And if you've traveled with kids, and I've traveled with my kids, they'll always be like, Mommy, are we there yet? But guess what? When you focus on, where we're going to, which is beautiful beaches or wonderful seaside resort. I love the sea. Can you tell? Or, you're focusing on something that's really targeting, it's really unlocking this desire in you, then you're not so concerned about how many kilometers you're going to take to get there or how many hours. So you need to focus on your destination, right? And then it only takes one decision. By the way, when it comes to mindset, it only takes one decision. And that's yes or no. Do you realize that every day you're making these little decisions, whether we like it or not, you're answering that question yes or no every single day. And the no answer, when you don't give an answer at all, that's a no as well. Like, think about it. We answer it when we show up to work. That day we've said yes, Or when we stay in bed, that's the day we've said no. Or maybe it's the day we've said yes to rest and care, personal care, Or when we say we'll do something, and when we go back on our word and we don't do it, we said yes and then we said no. So there's so many different ways that we're saying yes and no every single day. And we as women, sorry to say, we are notorious for this. We tend to waffle back and forth before really deciding. I mean, have you ever second-guessed a decision that, that decision that you were 100% sure about just 2 hours ago, and then suddenly, now it's a no. So how to be a yes person. This is what we're talking about. Fill your mind with just the positive stuff that you want. Just make that your focus. Tell yourself today, I'm no longer going to be a negative person. I'm going to just think of the positive. Obviously, negative things happen every day, but guess what? Their power over you is all about what the power you give them over you, right? So fill your mind with the positive that you want. And when the negative comes in, just do this. Try this little thing, right? Just try with me. You can even right now, if there's something that's been negative in your life, just try this. Inhale and exhale 3 times. Right? We're talking about mindset. Inhale and exhale 3 times. So on the 3rd time, as you breathe out, just breathe out the bad and then breathe in the good. Okay? And the reason why I like to use this this particular, what do you call it, exercise is because you know that the word spirit comes pneuma. The word for spirit, the Greek word for spirit, I suppose, is it means wind, right? So, or breath. So as we breathe in, we're connecting with our spirit as well. So, breathe in, breathe out. And, you actually see a very real, you feel a very real lifting of the burden, okay? And you feel a very real, like, wow, just imagine and visualize it, that each time you're breathing out, you're dropping, you're sending all the bad stuff out, and then you breathe in, you're breathing in all the good stuff. So each time then you start to nitpick or to doubt or to second guess or to say no in a negative way, then just stop it. You can do that each time that you start to nitpick or to doubt or to second guess or say no in a negative way. I have my camera up here. So I'm just trying to position it so it doesn't interfere with my slides. Okay, so next thing to do is start a list of your good dreams. Just look at that list daily. Carry out, oh, awesome, Sheila, glad you like it. Start a list of your good dreams, just the things that you really dream about that give you happiness. And every time that you just look at that list daily, begin to make your mind focus on the positive and just carry out a visualization for each of the items on your list, which is where you're imagining when you have those things already. If what you want is to be able to go on vacation in wherever, think of your dream vacation, the Bahamas, or we don't normally have to go so far as guys. I just go to like the Kenyan coast and I'm like in heaven, So every time you think every time you look at that list, have that as one. Just look at the list that you've created of the things that really bring you joy, and just sit down and daydream about having those things real. Whether it's driving your dream car, and there ain't nothing wrong with wanting to drive a dream car. Can I just say that now? Because the workman is worth his wages. You're worth your reward. So if that's your reward, that's a reward you want, do it. I might want a reward of a beach house instead of a car. So, but I'm not gonna hate on you. That's what you want, So look at that list and just daydream about it daily, and just really unlock that faith in your heart that it's going to come your way, right? So we're still on the 3 steps, okay? We've talked so far about envision it. Now we're going to talk about step 2. The first part of step 2, which is share it. It's your message, okay? So what's really important is ask yourself, what do you stand for? Yeah, how did you arrive at that place? Because we all stand for something, okay? What can you do for people who were where you are now, okay? People who were where you are now. And that's actually the most important thing, because stories sell, Your story and your business are one. The story of you coming from a place of darkness to a place of light, or a place of pain to a place of, bliss and happiness, it's a very important part of your journey and your marketing, just in your sharing of your journey. I just put these pictures because think of any of the successful entrepreneurs that you probably know at least one story about them. And, there's Beyonce. We all know she started singing in church. There's Oprah. We also know that she grew up in a broken home, and look at the person that she became. There's Mark Zuckerberg, who also grew up in a steady home and was learning computers from a really young age. And there's like Steve Jobs, whose parents, high school dropout, not high school dropout, university dropout. So all these different things they're part and parcel of who we are. And stories connect. When you tell your story, you also humanize yourself. You're no longer an organization or a company. You're a person. You're telling people about, look, I was where you are. So if I've gotten this far, so can you. Yeah, so use your story. And so in sharing your story, it's actually talking about once you've identified your message, the second part of step 2 is actually, sharing that. And that means your marketing. Once you have a story, you need to tell it. You need to, don't be afraid to be visible. Just stand out. Visibility is marketing on autopilot, and it's free. It's literally like visibility is just choosing to stand up when everyone is sitting down, right? So just do that. Be visible. If people don't know you're there, they can't buy your service, or they can't actually share they can't buy your service or your product. Yeah, and that's very, very important. Oh, I'm seeing the comments coming in. Thanks, you guys. I'm trying to keep track of those. Then partner with people that reach your target market so that you can get in front of them. Okay. One of the ways that you can actually reach a wider range of people is just by going out there and giving and contributing to what other people are doing. And so that way you reach a market that is not a market you'd naturally reach, right? You can also use social media. I mean, I love it. LinkedIn, Facebook, to get your message out. So that's part of the sharing, okay? And that one, there's lots that we can do about it. I'll give you some strategies that you can use right off the bat. So number 3 is action it. It's your monetization, which is the crux of the matter. We've talked about step 1. You need to visualize or vision it. Number 2 is you need to share it. And number 3 is to action it, or your monetization, which really is the most important. And that's why, as you see, action it, it might seem like the smallest part of it, but guess what? You've already done the hard part. Once you've done the envisioning and the sharing, actioning and monetizing it is going to be so super easy. Yeah, because you can have a rock solid brand through powerful message. You can have an amazing marketing, but if you haven't monetized it for your business, it's worthless. I'm sorry to say, it's not about the numbers anymore. It's really not useful. How many times do we have people that are internet famous and they can hardly rub 2 coins together, and they're broke and they don't have a way to monetize their fame? Like, maybe you guys can relate to this, and you can think of, maybe someone came to mind as you had that. Many followers, it's not equal to cash. This is the real deal, literally. Without monetization, it's just a vanity metric. It's just, oh, I like that I'm being followed by many people. It makes you feel good, but it doesn't contribute to your bottom line, to be honest. And the number of people on your mailing list, by the way, not equal to cash. Without a clear strategy, let me just tell you, because I can tell you at the height of my health business, I had like 800 people on my mailing list. I had 8,000 plus followers on social media across all the social media sites. And get this, 0 sales. This is the truth of the matter. These are the things that people don't tell you, that they're not really upfront or honest about, right? However, now in my coaching business, 700 people on my list, 5,000 plus 5,000 plus followers on social, which is across my page, my Instagram, my Twitter. I think by now, because I have about 2,000 about 4,000 Instagram, about 2,000 on Twitter, about 1,000 on Facebook, so it's about 5,000, right? In total. And that's 4 to 5 sales weekly, in the sense that I speak with people weekly, and I get people committing to join my program and to join in with whatever other offers that I'm offering. And this is the real deal. It's not about the numbers that, oh, got all these people following me, but it's actually about what kind of services and are you offering, and how are you connecting to the people that need those services. Followers mean nothing. So 3 steps to monetization. So I don't want to leave you hanging. I want to make sure that you know how to actually move forward on your monetization, because most people, I'll be honest, probably when it comes to envisioning, maybe you're not doing too great, but you're not doing too poorly either. Then when it comes to sharing, you're learning tips here and there, you're giving it a try. But when it comes to monetization, I think that's where everyone just stops. It's like, wow, can I actually ask people for money? But here's 3 steps, starting from 1. Well, this is actually what I really highly recommend, what I've learned as well, and that I do myself, is that use Facebook ads or LinkedIn posts to lead to a webinar or video series that eventually leads to a call, okay? And this is for those who are seeking to get high-end clients. And especially if you're just starting out, when you're just starting out, the best approach to do is to start with a small, manageable group of people, or to start one-on-one. And this is the exact process that you need to do, because what you're doing is, number one, you're starting with a high ticket item. Number two, you're also developing your confidence in what you offer by actually working closely with people and seeing great results. Then number three, you're able to systematize that process and put it in a group program. Okay, so this is the process, right? Facebook and LinkedIn. Facebook ads and LinkedIn messages. I'm acquiring new leads on Facebook, right? As in at $20. Yeah, I'm actually having a hard time seeing the slide, so I need to keep shifting this. I'm acquiring new leads on Facebook at $20 a lead, which is really, really good when you look at industry standards. I mean, you can just have a look around and see what are people getting, what are people paying for their Facebook leads, and you realize this is an awesome conversion rate, right? And I'm getting call requests and messages asking for help daily via both Facebook and LinkedIn. I'm also using actually a messaging strategy, which I'm going to share with you, that you can use on both LinkedIn and on Facebook. Okay, so let's go. So let's start with the first step, right? This is an example of the ad that I ran, I think some weeks ago. Are you a small business owner? Do you want to get consistent leads into your business? Steal my strategies and scripts and get 5+ clients, 5+ client inquiries weekly through this video series, free for you today. So then I send people to the video series. Get immediate access, or click here to get more info. And this ad, like you can see, it was actually a video ad. So video ads, number one, a few tips about Facebook ads is you want to start with a question. You know, the person that you're targeting, you need them to start answering yes from the word go. So start with a question. Are you a small business owner? Yes. Do you want to get consistent clients? Yes. So you're actually qualifying them by them. The minute they say yes, then you know that they're going to click through. If they don't say yes, moving on. You know, so they won't click through on your ad. You that way you're really targeting. Okay. Then that's the lower part. You can see that there's a sign up, and I'm sending them through to my Facebook page to sign up. And it's a video. You can't see that right now, and it's got a lot more fun images than this, but yeah, it's a video. And when they do sign up, it's a lead ad. Actually, lead ads are also quite amazing for collecting Facebook responses. And that's why I'm getting the 20% conversion rate. What is your biggest business need right now? And they would put just a question, and then then what happens is their email and their name and their last name is filled in automatically, and so is their country. So this is really great. You decide on the lead ad what information you want to get. So this is when they click on go, when they click on buy, or on sign up, this is where they're taken immediately. Okay, so this is where they get the free video series, or the video series I'm making free, which then runs them through the entire process of how to unlock their business success. Okay, and I want to ask you, say you use this model and you sign up just, let's say, 2 of your prospects a week. Yeah. Okay. To your program offering. And let's say they're paying $500. Now that could be $500 a month, or it could be $500 in a payment plan of $100 a month for 5 months. It's really what you're comfortable with. Or maybe even they're paying $200 each month, right? That's from $400 to $1,000 a week. Okay. Why? Because you're signing up 2 of your prospects a week. And that's $1,600 to $4,000 a month. Yeah? Does that feel more doable, when you hear it said like that? Because in order to get maybe at a conversion rate of 20%, no, let me say 10%, just to be on the more conservative side. If you have a conversion rate of 10%, and you want to sign up 2 people, it means that you need 20 people? No, 20. It means I need to multiply it by sometimes, you need 20 people to sign up, 20 people to sign up for a sales call. And then from those 20 people that sign up for a sales call in a week, you sign up 2 people, all right? So you sign up 10%. Does that feel more doable when you hear it said like that? You can actually use this exact same model to grow your own business, whether it could be a product business, by the way. It could be and even high ticket product, by the way. It could be a consulting or coaching or training business. Because what you're doing is, and maybe if it's a product based business, all you would do is do the Facebook ads, send them to the product page where you have a video about the product. And from that video page, they would buy. And you would give them like maybe a discount that runs out in 30 minutes. So that's one approach that you could use. And Facebook ads are amazing. Anyone who's making money online right now is using Facebook ads. So that's the number one. Then the second kind of approach you could use for a product-based business is that you offer them the minute that they sign up, the ad you're sending is giving them, you're saying use this coupon for 20% off. So they take the ad, they take the coupon on the ad, and then they're told that you can redeem it within the next 5 days. That way, you're giving them incentive to check out your shop and to buy what you have. So those are some of the ways that you can use it for product business. If you want to you just basically remove the call end of it because you're not offering a service, you're offering a product, but you need them to have an incentive to reach out to you and get the product, or, whether it's a time scarcity or, you're saying this product is running out, our stock's last, or a discount just for a few days, that kind of thing, because you need to get them to run. And we've talked a bit about this. So who will this work for? Again, I mentioned it can work for accountants, for web developers, for real estate investment advisors, for skills training for professionals, for lawyers, doctors, teachers, consultants of any kind. Yeah. If you have any kind of knowledge, this will work for you. Okay. And like I mentioned, if what you have is a product, then what you do is remove the call and make it into an offer of a discount or an offer of 2 for 1, something that will get them moving. If people already pay you for any knowledge, this will work for you. Okay. Now, the second step is the webinar or the video series. The webinars are superb for converting prospects because they are higher touch, which is they provide one-on-one contact with your client. And even if it's just perceived, you could be sitting watching me, but it feels like we are in the room, right, together. You can feel like that. But webinars it actually provides a one-to-many contact, but it is a perceived one-to-one. They help to build a know, like, and trust factor, yeah? Like it or not, watching a webinar presentation or a video series, it really helps the person watching bond with the person being watched. And that's amazing, that bond. Think of actors and actresses. How many of us, everyone, we feel that we know them personally just from watching their movies. I know, I can say I'm one of those, right? We build a relationship with them just from watching them in the movies. And webinars and videos have the same effect because then that way people will buy much easier from you once they know, like, and trust you. Then the next thing that you do is a call, okay? Where now, people also buy from other people. I'll be honest with you, especially when you're selling high ticket items. And by high ticket, I mean anything upwards of probably $1,000, I would say. It could even start from 500, depending on what your what you assign it as yourself. So you need to invite your prospects to get on the phone with you, and you pitch them on the call. That's what you need to do. You're more likely to have a positive effect than if you just basically tell them, okay, this is the price, pay it now. Yeah. So you need to basically get on the call with them and talk through what their challenges are. And like I said, at the end of this session, for those who stay till the end, you get an email with a link to my exact sales script that I'm using for the process. And then actually, sorry, if you're not registered, that means that you have to be registered. So I'm just going to share with you then where you can get that link. It's getonlinegetknown.com/webinar. Click on that. Make sure you're registered so that you can actually get the email sent out to you with the link to the to the sales script, right? So you have to. This is how to get your fast clients fast. Okay, if you're just starting, this will guarantee you that you get 10 to 15 new clients, your fast paying clients as well, within 30 days, as long as you do the work. Okay. Building blocks. You need to determine your market, your service, and your hook. Okay, now the components of this. What is your service? It feeds in from your skills, your passions, your talents, the knowledge you have, or maybe any pains or challenges or costs that people have. that they want resolved, right? To know what areas really work for you, you can actually use a method that I have learned from a branding expert, Mike Kim, okay? And that method is that you would write on a paper the things that you do at work or in your community, right? And once you do that, just as a you would hold on a second. So you'd write on a paper what things you do in your community or maybe even in your school, and you could also write even something that you do in your church, by the way, or in your free time, or for those who you do them. Okay, and you'd also, you could also say, I develop websites for large corporations. I coach business owners. For example, yeah, that's you when you write that, like I develop websites for large corporations, or I coach business owners. So that's one way that you would do this. And I train students and staff on life skills, or I cook low carb meals. I also host training seminars in business strategy. That's one thing, like as you're talking about the different skills that you do. Other examples, maybe you can cancel married couples and singles on relationships, or I chair the PTA at school, where I do financial management for my organization. Then you take the verbs and you turn them into nouns, okay? So, for example, if I develop websites for large corporations, then I am a web developer for large corporations, right? So guess what? Now I know the skill I have, and I know who I do it for. I know who my target market is with that skill. Or I coach business owners. I am a coach for business owners, right? It seems simple, but you work with me here, because a lot of times we can't really see the skills we have, and we need people to tell us that, oh, you're good at this. But if you sit down and you do this diligently, you'll actually get clear about what your skill is and who you're targeting. Just write out anything, absolutely anything that you do, anything and everything. And with time, then, as you look at it, you're able to then figure out. As we continue with this, you're going to see the different ways to really make it stick, okay? To really figure out where you get money for this. Then I train students and staff on life skills. I am a trainer for staff and students, right? A life skills trainer for staff and students. Then I cook low carb meals for my family. I'm a low carb chef for families. Isn't that amazing? Then I host training seminars in business strategy. That one is, I'm a seminar host, or I'm a business strategy trainer. Yeah. Other examples are, again, I think we already talked about that. I chair the PTA at school. I'm a chairperson. I do financial management for my organization. I'm a financial manager. So really, you have right there a great list of things that you're an expert in, and you have the makings of your target market too, okay? And you then craft an offer for the target market that you've identified, and you get to working your offer out to your target market, okay? So what you do to determine your market is, you want your market to be people that have a burning need that you can solve, and people that can pay your price. Because you don't want a market that can't pay your price. That's the same as, what that is basically that you're offering, you're offering probably pro bono work or charity work in that sense. So you want to be able to really target those that can pay your price. How to find a budding pain? Facebook groups on the topic, popular blog posts like Buzz Samo. These are the things that people are really sharing. You can actually do a poll. This is a screenshot of a poll that I did. It's a bit cut off, but I was talking about, I'm building a free webinar series on monetizing your expertise. And I was posting this on a blogger's Facebook page. What areas are you most interested in that would solve a challenge, or what things would you like to know when it comes to make money? So 6 people, when I got the results of the poll, 6 people had said they're interested in your fast funnel with an irresistible offer, plus your email scripts to get your email list signing up. So that was the one that really got the most interest. Then there was also determine your market, your product, and your hook, getting clients. But you can see really those are clear winner on this poll. So you can also run polls. You can also do a quiz. For example, this is a quiz on, do you have what it takes to be in online business? So I did a quiz. And sorry, if you're watching maybe from the live stream on the Facebook, then on the group, then you can't see my slides, but you can head on over to the Facebook page and see the slides there. That there was a quiz I did called, do you have what it takes to be an online business? And, based on the outcome, people would know, oh yeah, I'm a true guru, or I'm a this and that, or, I'm a beginner. So based on that, then they can also figure out their own situation, and then you lead them through to find out what it is they can do with that. So things to remember: students probably can't pay you, so you need to target their parents. Yeah, that's one thing that is important to remember about your target market. And also think of geography. You know, if it's a place where geographically it's difficult for people to get money, then or to transact online, then it's probably not a great target market. Okay. Number 3 is your hook. You know, how to craft your offer. If you want to craft an offer that your clients will love, use their exact words. Okay, so here's one: how to burning pain that they have without difficult action that they can't or would rather not do, even if debilitating failure that they have. So here's an example: how to have perfect business finances come tax season without hiring a bookkeeper, even if you're terrible at numbers. So I don't know, this one, I don't know about you, but as a business owner, this like strikes me right in the right place, because I'm like, yeah, I want to have perfect business finances. And to be honest, tax season is a nightmare for a lot of people, just because you're like, oh, you're running around, you've not been doing great during the year. Suddenly you realize, oh, tax season is here. But this is actually, this would be a great hook. Yeah. Think of other hooks. I mean, I can think of, if I go back to the way to phrase this: hey, Rupita, nice to have you. Welcome. I could think of, and I was just letting people know that if you want to catch the slides, head on over to my Facebook page, because there I'm actually streaming with the slides so that you can be able to follow along. So one of the hooks: how to have the body of your dreams without restrictive diets, even if you've tried and failed 1,000,001 times. So that's one other hook if you're targeting people who are, how do you call it? People who'd like to lose weight. Like it was like when I was running my health business, that's one hook that I used and to lead people into a health challenge on drop 10 kgs in 30 days challenge just before Christmas, you know, in the time leading up to Christmas. It was really, really good. So you want to have a hook that will really get people thinking and really feel like you know what they're saying and you've got their back. Use the PASTA framework to create an offer that they can't resist, okay? And what that is, you know, the PASTA framework is actually P. I'm wondering if I have it here. I think I might not have it, but I'll quickly lay out the PASTA framework. And I learned this from Ray Edwards, an amazing copywriter who I really, really love to follow and learn from. The PASTA framework is basically the pain. What you do is really outline the pain that the person has. Then A is for amplify. No, P is pain or problem, okay? Then A is you amplify that pain. For example, you know, let's assume if the pain is terrible books, you could say, you know, you're terrible at tracking finances, right, for your business. You keep trying, you keep starting and trying different systems and nothing is working. So, and then you amplify that pain by really going deep into it. Now, the thing is, I've been in the health field a lot, so I can really pull those out of the top of my head a lot more. So I could share from that aspect of, okay, tried eating healthy, but your kids just will not keep anything down. I mean, they turn their noses up at vegetables. I mean, you know that you're supposed to be feeding your kids healthy, but really, you're not Superwoman. How can you get them to eat broccoli and actually love it? It's driving you up the wall. You don't have time. You're a working mom, and really, you don't. All these healthy recipes seem like they take eons to make. You ain't got time for that. So you're amplifying the pain. And then S is solution or story. Well, hey, guess what? I was in the exact same situation you are, and here's my story. I did this, and my kids were able to. I started to roast my broccoli. True story, I started to roast my cauliflower, and suddenly my kids cannot stop eating it, and they literally lick their fingers when they're done. It's like chips, except it's healthier. Then that's your story or your solution. And then you give your testimonial of, now, by the way, anything that I want my kids to eat, I know how to make it nice and tasty for them. Healthy, still healthy, but still giving them the nutrients that they deserve. So that's, you're giving your testimonial, right? Then you give your offer. That's the O for in PASTA. You give your offer and you tell them, so here's the offer. If you want to learn, if you want to get tried and tested kids recipes that will have kids eating what you have without fail every single time and clearing the dishes, then jump onto my ebook only for $49 recipes that are tried and tested and you can use on any pocket that take you 5 minutes to whip up, if that kind of recipe exists. Then the our part of your pasta framework is the response. Like, click below, buy it now, only while stocks last, and get your, buy within the next 2 hours, get a 20% discount. So, that kind of thing. You then tell them, get your, do this right now, download it right now, buy it right now. So that's how you do it. So now we've taken care of showing you beyond the shadow of a doubt that what you have to offer and how to communicate that to people in a way that connects with them, right? But that leaves us with a new problem. How do you reach the right people, even if you're just starting out, okay? And, and get them to see you as an expert. This is really important, and get them to beg you to take them on as a client so that you can get your fast-paying clients in 30 days. Yeah, the kids' analogy is a good one. Thanks, Rupita. Glad you like it. Because this one, trust me, I went through that and I have literally seen it work. So how do you do that? And make no mistake, by the way, when you're trying to get those clients, it's a problem. As any successful business owner will tell you, this is the single most important challenge that you're likely to face, right? If you can't fix how to reach the right people with your service, then you're likely to be one of the many who fail and not the one who succeeds, not the few who succeed. In fact, it's the number one reason that most business people will fail. And those that get it right, by the way, they're laughing all the way to the bank. Not only that, they're not lying in bed at night, wondering, with a message, and they're wondering, and all that, or a service, and they're wondering, they want to bring to the world, and they have no way to get it out. They're stuck, and they're not wondering why they just spent the last so many months and years of their lives crafting this perfect service, so yet no one seems to see the amazing potential, and really no one is beating down their door to get that service, And if you, like most business people, if you've poured out your heart and soul into your service, then it's only natural to imagine that other people they'll naturally know about it, and maybe they'll come to buy it in droves, right? But the sad reality is it's almost always not the case. It really doesn't happen the way we imagine it in our heads. And if you've watched this far, I'm just going to say, I know that you want to make a difference in people's lives. I know that, you want to bring them the solution to the problem they have that you are perfectly positioned to solve. And to bring this one amazing solution to their most difficult problem. But how will they get to know about you? Only if they know, can they get this amazing transformation in their lives. And if you could shout it from the rooftops for the whole world to know, really. So how do you solve this problem of getting your service in front of the right people? Okay, we touched on that in video 2 of my video series, in case you didn't already watch it. And in the next section, I want to show you how to reach the right people, even if you're just starting from scratch. And actually, we did kind of touch on that already, right? And get them begging you to take them on as a client, so you can get your first paying client in 30 days, right? So if you've been a business owner, you've started, you don't even have a service on the market, it'll actually set the stage for you to effortlessly develop a service that your clients will buy based on knowledge, experience, and skills that you already have. And if you already have a service but have not been able to get it selling and bringing in a steady stream of income, then you'll be able to use it to get in front of the right people and get them begging you to take them on as a client. So you can double, triple, even 10 times your sales in the next few months. You'll be able to magnetically draw your ideal client to you, okay? And by the way, my slides are down here. That's actually why I'm... and I'm also going to introduce you to examples of how others have used this. And I've literally, I think I've shown you a couple of examples already. Solving the problem of how to reach the right people, it's simple when you know how. So the strategies that I use, and I've been talking about messaging strategy, right? You use a simple messaging strategy, free traffic strategy, choose a key platform between your LinkedIn and Facebook that you'd like to focus on. And it's important because you need to focus 20% of your effort to give you 80% of your results, right? So to connect with your clients, just give. Fast, give. Then, only then can you ask, because everyone loves a giver, right? Because in this world, there are a dime a dozen. So to be different, just stand out, just give, okay? And then maybe you can take, but yeah, even then, while you're still giving. Very important principle of getting people to say yes that Robert Cialdini mentions in his book Influence. The the psychology of persuasion, in case you haven't read it. So if you give more than you take, you generate goodwill. And you also make your ideal client more open to giving to you in the form of their custom, right? And it's a secret to selling without being sleazy. And I really believe this. In Facebook, that strategy, this is how it would look like if you have an individual client focus, such as in the areas of health and fitness now, or relationship coaching, or in business coaching, or when you're targeting individual business owners. You can use Facebook posting and advertisements. Just identify up to 5 groups, have your target clients are active and engaged. Post to these groups maybe daily for up to a week, just sharing high value tips and asking questions to get engagement. And then I wanted to share an example of a recent post that I made, sharing a tip for small business owners. But I didn't manage to get that post. But once you've built goodwill, just give the audience your irresistible offer, which you created in the section that we talked about previously. Now, mind you, these groups have to allow promotion. And now, nowadays most groups do not allow promotion. So you can actually hit a dead end. So again, your offer should be in the form that is most effective for you. And for the purpose of getting your first client, in the next 30 days, you make this a high touch offer, which means you'll be in direct contact with anyone that takes it up. And you have the chance to build more trust, okay? So most suited for this is usually one-on-one free coaching or consultation, and it's geared to your outcome, such as offering a free business breakthrough session to small business owners, okay? So you get on a call with them, just find out their main hopes and dreams, the challenges that are stopping them from getting there. And like I said, actually, there's a sample script. I will send you a sample script, so I need to work on that. I'll send you a sample script together with a sales script, okay? So take them through that and make the offer at the end, okay? And the sample script, you will get it actually. Yeah, the sample script is out, the sales script I'm going to send you. And then another offer that will be high touches, like a webinar, it's a more advanced one, and you're not going to touch on it here per se. So when you don't have time, life gets busy, maybe you just can't find the time to do regular posting, enter paid advertising. Facebook ads are a great way to start. I mean, a few simple steps will get you set up and running. Yeah? And we're not going to cover that today, but I wanted to ask you, hey, are you ready to get started? Because we've been going for an hour, by the way. It's been a jam-packed hour. I talk really fast. I warned you guys, it's going to be really no stopping. So maybe you feel like you could start doing this now. You're ready to go and you're like, bring it on. Or maybe you need help. I mean, there's no shame in that. We all need help. You're in the right place today for a reason, and that reason is that there's help for you today. It was a lot to cover. In case you're feeling overwhelmed, maybe confused, to be honest, it's okay. It just means you've got 2 choices of where to go from here, okay? Number 1 is you can take the information in this presentation. You can try to go it alone. And, who knows, you might see some success if you took really good notes. Or you can go out and you can actually get help to implement the things that we've talked about. Now, at this point, I could probably start telling you about some wonderful new service or video course or some other nonsense. But let's get real. Let's be real, you guys. Seriously. If you're a professional, you've probably invested in a bunch of training courses and coaching by now. I can actually guess that. I mean, a lot of us are like in the online business field, and we're not new to this game, to be honest. And even if you get around to using ever using the information that you get, there's no substitute for life help from a living, breathing expert. Okay, and that's what I want to offer you today. Because my name is Jackie Tsuma, and I'm the creator of the Get Online, Get Known Mastermind. And it's the most reliable client attraction system that you've ever heard of. Okay, I'm willing to work with you one-on-one. 45 minutes, let's lay out exactly how you can start getting the clients that you want at the price you want, whenever you want. We'll get on the phone together, or Skype or WhatsApp, whichever works for you, and we'll do a VIP breakthrough session with you. And I'll actually get you crystal clear on a few very important things, okay? Number 1, your target market. We'll pinpoint your ideal client, and I'll tell you exactly how to reach them so you never have to depend on referrals or luck and never have to hunt for clients again. So number 2, we'll also talk about your perfect price, because regardless of what you're charging now, your business, it has a number. There's a number that represents this sweet spot right there in the middle. Too high and nobody will pay for it, but too low and you're leaving thousands on the table. So We'll pinpoint the exact number and the exact price, so you never have to worry about pricing again and never undercharge your worth again. Okay, so number 3, we'll talk about your offer. Whatever you're doing for your clients right now, I'll bet you good money that you're working way too hard. How can I promise these things? Because this is what I do all day, every day. Yeah, I help entrepreneurs just like you make more money in less time while providing an amazing service. And I'm good at what I do, you know. And if you only have a few clients right now, or maybe you've not been in business that long, or maybe you have a huge number of testimonials, even if you actually don't have a huge number of testimonials, or you don't have a massive Twitter following. Remember we talked about numbers? Or maybe you don't have a huge blog or a New York Times bestseller. Even if you don't have any of that stuff, or maybe if you do have it, you just don't know how to monetize it. I'll show you how to attract clients, to command premium prices, and to position yourself as the best of the best. So what it's going to cost you for this breakthrough session? Good news, it's 100% free and no deposit, no obligation, no catch. I'll do this for you at 0 charge. All I ask is that you understand it's not for everybody. It's only for you if you're outstanding at what you do and if you're a real professional. Honestly, I mean, it's not for wannabes. If you've never even had a client, it's probably not for you. You know, one final qualification also is that whatever service, coaching, or consulting that you provide for your clients should solve a major life or business problem. So if you teach people how to bake cakes, maybe it's probably not for you, you know. But if you teach people how to build a cake baking business, yeah, then we can talk. I think we can talk then. If you teach people how to save their health or their business or their marriage or to overcome some major life or business challenge, then this is definitely for you. So to schedule your free VIP session, click the button under this video. I know that those who are watching straight on the webinar page, or go to getonlinegetknown.com/schedule so that we'll get on the phone. When my calendar pops up, you just have to give it a few seconds to pop up. Then choose whatever appointment time that you like that works for you. And I'll call you that exact time. We'll go right to work solving every business problem that you have. And within weeks of learning this stuff, I myself, I brought in 20 times the sales that I had brought in the previous month. And using these exact strategies that we'll go over on your session, I've actually almost created my business income in a matter of weeks, not months, not years, weeks. You know, it's all something, it's all repeatable. It's all something you can do for yourself as well. So within weeks of learning this stuff, as I said, I brought in 20 times. We'll go through these exact strategies. And by that, I'm not saying that you're going to be able to duplicate the results, but I'm definitely saying that let's give it a try. You know, we should give it a try. That's one thing that you owe yourself. And the one thing that you and I have in common is that we're professional enough to reach out and get help when we need it. So starting today, my success can you be your success, okay? It all begins with just clicking the link in the comments. It's not in the comments right now. It's actually on, you can go to getonlinegetknown.com/schedule, and I think I'm going to put it at the end as well. And let me help you, yeah? Schedule your free VIP session. Go to getonlinegetknown schedule. So I'm just actually going to go back to that last page. Oh, okay, so it started at the beginning. I want you guys to be able to see the link and jump on the schedule the call real quick. But so that's it, you guys. This is my session. And by the way, I would open up time for questions, but guess what? We've been online for so long. I actually wanted to take just 50 minutes, be really quick about it. But we've been online for quite a while. I don't even see my clock anymore. I think my computer went off. So guess what? If you have any questions for me to answer, jump on the schedule link, get on a call. I'll answer. You'll have me for 45 minutes to answer every single question you have. Okay. So I'm not going to open time for questions right now. I'm just going to say thank you. It's been so awesome to have you guys. And I've had a really good day. I think I've enjoyed this session, and I think it was nice to be on the group for the first time. It was really like presenting the fast, I think having the fast live stream to welcome people. And let me just quickly stop sharing my screen so that it's not, Oh, is that what was happening? I had no idea. Sorry, guys. So you couldn't see my face anymore. I was moving my camera all over the place. But thanks, you guys. It's been really, really good. Okay. I think, okay. She was having a problem going live. Okay. Thanks, Mihaki. I'm just seeing the comments right now. But it was lovely to have you all and have a wonderful, wonderful evening. We'll talk. Get on the schedule, Blink. Let me end.